we're live. By the way.
Good. So this isn't how it's normally going to be. Like we have like plans over there to like
build a little desk type event.
How's the mood?
You guys look a lot better now.
Yeah, it's fucking scary in the dark. No, we just want to build like. Have you seen the Sea Boys podcast setup where it's like basically like picture this in the middle and then like an L here, and like an angle here.
Yeah.
So it would be like almost like a tri horseshoe kind of thing, and then like probably like two seats, like the opportunity to fit 6.
It's like a permanent placing. Like,
Yeah, not like permanently, because I mean, think of like, dude, we could fucking shut this and go 100 miles down the street and continue on to the continue talking. You know, we could literally bring this to a table at a restaurant. Imagine. Okay, you guys got room for a laptop?
Yeah.
Shh. Could you guys quiet down back there?
That restaurant's a Thai restaurant on the Strip in Steamboat, Colorado.
I'm not going to talk about that right now.
You want an intro?
Sure.
Intro is probably the hardest thing in the fucking world.
All right, so we're back with Shop Talk with Octane Riders. Got me, Logan, Colin, Chris, Austin, Dylan here. I guess this is our first real episode. And yeah.
That's scary. I'm afraid.
Yeah, and then you turn the lights off and it got even scarier.
Yeah.
So how was your ride? Good?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. A little traffic, you know. The 9-to-5ers.
The 9-to-5ers.
Getting in the way.
What are you?
6 to 2:30 if my company's asking. But
My company's asking.
What happened today?
it was just hot, you know. Bodies were dropping, so we just had to get out of there, you know. Too hot.
What were you doing that bodies were dropping?
They're working next to bus and gravel there, so you never know what happens there.
Oh, Jesus.
So what do you do for work?
I'm a pipe fitter for local 537 in Boston. Just got out of my apprenticeship, and now a journeyman and busting ass.
Busting ass. Guy works 6 to 2:30 and he's busting ass. I work fucking 6 to 5:30 and I get like $40 out of it.
The picture you sent me like on Friday, it was like you worked all night and you sent me a picture of change in your hand. I made this all night. It's like 62 cents.
He's like, do you want me to go to the store? Like, I'll buy whatever. And I'm like, dude, I send him the picture. I'm like, dude, I made this much fucking money tonight and you're not buying. Like, I can afford it on my own.
It's like 62 cents in the pocket wins.
It's like whatever I had in my pocket for change.
So many.
Oh, yeah. We were talking the other day. It was literally just him and I up here. And we were like, so what do you want to talk about? And we're like, well, I don't know. We talk on the phone for like 3 hours a day. Like, there's literally nothing to talk about. Yeah. And then I was like, well, I feel like we should like do something. Like do a weekend away and then do one. You know what I mean? Like,
So it's like fresh. The experience is right there still, and you kind of relive it.
right. Well, that, and then you just like talk about it. You'd be like, dude, remember that time you like did this?
It's still fresh on your mind.
Right. Exactly. But like, where we just work all day long and have literally fucking nothing to talk about. What'd you do today? Work. What'd you do yesterday? I worked. What about the day before that? I worked. It's just repetitive, you know? It's stupid. All right, well, quick thing while it's super fresh. Mega Millions is $1.025 billion right now. Did you buy a ticket?
4 of them.
Did you buy a ticket?
No, I haven't.
Did you buy a
For
ticket?
tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, it's for
Yeah.
tomorrow night. Did you buy a ticket? You did? So I bought 5 today.
You guys should buy one in New Hampshire and one in Mass.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. The more you have in multiple different states, the better chances you are.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So I was just reading something. If you won $1.025 billion, you're getting $605 million out of that after you pay all your taxes and stuff. Yeah, you're literally less than that. So then
That's if you claim it right away.
Right.
You can wait up to 364 days before you claim it, and the longer you wait, the less they take out in taxes because they're already taking it.
And then state tax comes in, and state tax is I don't know what the percentage was, but it comes out to be like $450 million after that. So don't get me wrong.
God.
What the fuck am I gonna do with
They always say
$450
take
million?
the cash option right first. Take it, do what you want with it, but take it first.
Yeah, but still, first purchase $450 million. A fucking plane to get out of the country to be like, there's gonna
Get
be.
out of the country.
Buy a
I'm buying a house in Steamboat, Colorado, and we're canceling our rental.
Me and Elon's kids are headed to Mars. That's where we're headed to fucking go check out some space aliens.
Yeah, you think we can bring a snowmobile there?
Oh hell yeah!
Probably.
First person.
First person on Mars is the first person to snowmobile on Mars.
Back to fan.
Boom! Your head explodes and the snowmobile explodes.
Back to fan-cooled sleds because there ain't gonna be snow.
No,
Yeah.
allegedly there's water on Mars.
That means we can make snow.
That's true. Two
But how much
snowflakes.
of it?
Enough.
Not enough.
Enough for a
Couple
video.
flakes is good
Enough for a video.
Not enough.
All right. So what's the story behind meeting them, Colin and Dylan? Is there a story?
Yeah. So we met through Carlton.
Now that's a story in itself.
Just Carlton. Yeah, he's what a lifestyle. What a he's crazy.
He'll be on
bastard.
here one day.
He'll be on. But no, mutual friends heard that we wanted to travel out west for snowmobiling, and they gave us numbers. We met up, talked about it quick over dinner. Met him for like an hour.
I think Austin said 10 words at the whole dinner.
Yeah, it was just really, you feeling them out. You feeling.
He started
people
off
out.
with the classic, "What's going on?"
I'll take a bottle of Budweiser.
Can I get a bottle of Bud?
Bud.
Lady comes back with a Bud Light. He's like, "The fuck is this?"
They drink it anyways. Give me that guy.
He's
I
that
asked for a Bud Heavy, not a Bud Light.
stupid bitch. No.
But no, and then kind of planned, got the money in order, rented the house. Fast forward a couple months, it's grass drags. I was racing on the water. They always have the craziest party in the whole campground, so I ventured over there.
That's not good.
Crazy.
What a
That's
weekend.
What I knew what I was in for the whole winter. It was good. I don't think I saw anybody's pupils. All their eyes were rolled back in their heads, but it was good.
Yeah, the second day we meet.
Yeah, no, it was good. There was a fight actually. It was, we just got like a noise complaints. The cops were cool. Just told us to turn it down. We were fine with it, and 5 feet away from all of us, just a brawl breaks out. Cody's headlocking someone. The cops headlocking Cody. That was a great first impression.
Total shit show in like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So you meet us twice, and now we're 36 hours away from home, and we're about to live in a house together for a month. What's your biggest concern?
Oh, I'm not putting Carlton in like this hot seat right here, but we drove, I drove most of the way across the country. But no, he was just, he was there at grass drags, and I think he was just worried about being in the house with fighting for a month. I don't know, he was kind of nervous.
So your biggest worry was Carlton being worried?
Oh, I'm always worried about Carlton. No,
He's my baby.
no, sometimes you can get trapped with like shitty roommates for a month. Imagine getting trapped, just like nobody who gives a shit.
Yeah.
You're miserable. It was kind of like a roll of the dice.
Imagine
I
that.
guess for a total of 5 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. And
It's not a quick jaunt home if shit hits the fan
Yeah.
either. It's like, we're like
and it's not like we were,
2,200 miles away. Like, we can't just fucking be like, "Oh, well, see you tomorrow."
and it's not like it was a cheap venture either. Like we were into it. We were each into it for about $1,500 just for the house.
Before we
So,
even got there.
yeah, that was just total. We haven't even left the state or New England yet. So your
like
biggest worry is everyone else's same worry is what happens if we don't get along. At what point did you know this was going to be sick?
I can tell you, 4 o'clock in the morning the night they arrived.
Man, so before we got to the house, our first stop, actually our first 2 stops, we went to Sealy Lake, Montana first. That was amazing riding, great snow conditions, just wild. And then we went to Jackson Hole, great place, better people. And we left Jackson Hole and traveled to Steamboat during like a crazy blizzard, like 2.5 feet of fresh snow on the ground. A 5.5 hour ride turned into almost a 15-hour ride. It was miserable. Walked in the door, everybody's asleep.
It was legitimately like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
You were supposed to get there, I think at 10, and then you were like, "Shit, it's snowing hard," probably like midnight, and then we're like,
We all called it quits, I think, at like 1:30.
We were drinking so hard, and we were like, we're fucking staying up, and then we were like, we're going to bed. We gotta go to bed. We were so late and so tiring. They walk in the door.
Nah, I walked in, me and Carl, don't know what the sleeping arrangement is. Me and Carl, hopped in a corner bed, and needless to say, they left a bedroom for me in the basement, which was like super, that was unreal. Who else would do that? Leave a bedroom? Like, all you guys slept on the floor except Cody, and let me have a bedroom. And that was a pretty good sign.
Come to find out a month later, he's like, this fucking bed is junk.
This
It's the worst bed I've ever slept in my whole life.
That room got 15 degrees every night. It was fucking
Oh,
freezing.
the whole basement, though,
Yeah,
was like super cold. Taking a shower in the morning was like
frigid.
It was like chipping the icicles off your nipples in the shower. You're like, shit, dude, it's so cold. The whole house is solar panels.
Yeah.
Solar power. 2 little solar panels ran this entire house. It was-
No.
There was a
Yeah, legitimately. We're in the middle of nowhere. There's no power lines.
5x10 box in the basement in the laundry room that had batteries.
Full
in it.
of like
Bat-
car batteries.
And every time we come home from riding, it'd be 100%. Within 10 minutes, that thing was down to 25%, and that thing was cranking. The generator was turning on, and we were trying to build some power. We were
Pro-
like, yeah.
Propane bill comes like 2.5 weeks into it. It was like, what, just under $2,000?
Oh, yeah.
$2,000, and they were
Paid
like,
$6,500 or $7,500 for this entire house for the month. Our propane bill halfway through was $2,000. We got our money worth.
We didn't have to pay for it, obviously, but still. That lady got home. We'll disregard that part. Just slapped with massive propane bills. She's like, well, I have to blow all this money I just made on Airbnb being it on propane.
Never renting to asshole snowmobiles ever again.
Yeah, we're big skiers. We don't snowmobile. That was not us. That was Yappa.
So
Yeah,
there's your initial impression there. Let's switch it over. What do you expect here when on your first trip out on what's gonna happen? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? And what are you thinking?
Well, so I pretty much got the rundown from Austin. So
That's bad news.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm expecting the worst. And I don't know. I'm ready to ride. That's for sure.
We do a lot of
I
that,
have a
whether
lot
it's
of-
riding each other or snowmobiles. It's the same thing.
This is where that worry part comes in.
Oh shit!
But no, I got a lot of learning to do.
You and me both.
Yeah,
Me 3.
I've been riding for 2 years, maybe about 6 weekends each year. So not much under the belt.
Yeah, like explain how you got into snowmobiling, both of you. Like, because your stories are definitely very different than ours. Like, granted, we haven't been riding backcountry forever, but like my uncle's been racing snowmobiles. Like, we've been on a snowmobile race course or like been to grass drags since I was born.
Yeah.
So like your stories are very different than ours. Not saying that we're better than you at riding, because I suck.
I am
But
the best
It's his first year.
snowmobiler
It's
in this
Colin's
room
first year
right
on a
now.
snowmobile.
Yeah, I literally just
Oh,
bought a
yeah.
sled.
Don't let that fucking fool you, though. The guy gets
No,
on a
I know.
snowmobile, throws a hop over the first day, re-entry. I'm like, what the hell?
So I got into snowmobiling. I was probably like 9 or 10. I was on the back of my stepfather's 570 Panther. Ooh. Yeah, nice unit.
Sex kitten.
Yes, for sure. And then he got a TZ1 LXR luxury, like Cadillac.
Thing got heated seats.
Yeah, heated seats for me too on the back.
Yeah.
And then we put that one in the ditch. I catapulted off the back of it.
It's my favorite thing to do
Been
after
cursed
3
ever
o'clock.
since.
Yeah, that's definitely happened the past 2 years. And they got out of the snowmobiles, they sold them, and then I didn't ride a snowmobile for probably 6 or 7 years. And then got talked into backcountry, which I've always wanted to do, so it wasn't very hard to talk me into it. And then I bought my 2020 Summit.
It's just a dotted line, right?
Yeah,
Just got to sign on the dotted line.
yeah.
Hey, the bank will pay for anything nowadays.
It's pretty nice, honestly.
The bank owns everything.
How about you? How'd you get into snowmobiling?
So I really don't come from that much of a crazy background with power sports or anything. Mostly comes from my brother. He's always been a gearhead. Those weird guys who like to take things apart and put them back together.
Idiots.
have
Every
a
time
few
I
extra
do
bolts.
that, I have extra parts.
Yeah.
It's just weight reduction. That's all it is.
But no, he got me into it. I never really had any interest on trail riding. It just didn't interest me at all. So I never really got into snowmobiling. And then one day he wanted to get into off trails, so we both bought a 2020 Summit SP. Beat the shit out of him, learned the do's and don'ts. You learned everything about him.
It's impressive. Like, so I look back on like this is my first year on a sled, so I'm gonna be right back in that rut of just like breaking shit. But like 3 years ago, when Dylan and Cody got into riding, every fucking weekend we're like taking an A-arm off, swapping an A-arm out. It's not bent that bad. I'm just gonna ride it like this another weekend. Hits a little rock like in the backcountry. Granted, New Hampshire, there's like 3 feet of snow and the stumps are 2.5 feet tall. So we're like, fuck it, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then we go, fast forward 2.5
We
years.
actually ride in Mexico. We
Yeah.
don't ride in New Hampshire.
Yeah, it's not legal here, so we have to disclose our location of Mexico. But literally like, fast forward like 2 years later and. Not
Colin breaks more shit on my sleds than I do.
on the trail. On the trail this year, I fucking bent a shock, bent an A-arm on the trail. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Snapped a lower A-arm cross bolt through the whole thing. Bent an A-arm, bent a shock.
Left ski was completely pigeon-toed, facing the other direction on my
We
ride
were supposed
home.
to go trail ride with our family.
Literally 2
later.
days later, and I fucking hit a rock.
I dropped $1,800 in 24 hours to find a brand new set of shocks and a whole set of A-arms just to get the thing back on the trail.
So then I knew it was time to buy my own. Can't be borrowing people's shit anymore. But continue. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's pretty much it. And the rest was history. Just fell in love with the freedom. Doing whatever you want, making your own lines, making your own rules. I like that freedom.
It's really what it is. Like, you're just like out there in the middle of fucking nowhere.
You don't think
Nobody's
about
telling you what to do.
anything. It's relaxing. Your brain is just not worried about anything. You're riding in the clouds.
Yeah.
And what do you have now for a sled?
Right now I have a 2022 Ski-Doo Summit Expert X Package, 165. It was
Turbo.
Turb ski, the Turb skis. Yeah,
Turbo.
Yeah, that's like kind of like a huge thing.
Nobody's really interested until you mention that. But we took that out west this year, and that thing was an animal. Kind of left me mind blown a couple times. Gets you out of a couple things you never thought you would.
Also
Gets
gets
you
you
into
into a lot of things you thought you never would.
Yep. We definitely didn't need avalanche probes out there because my track was always digging to China. But,
And what's coming?
so I snow checked a 23 Summit Expert X Package 154 turbo, and I'm excited to hop down on the track size, get a little bit more playful. Yeah, this winter's gonna be a big progression year. I think we all worked hard for it.
It's gonna be a banner year. It's gonna be fucking wild. Like we said last year, like on our way out, we're like, hopefully they got good snow, because Phil obviously lives there, and he's like, it's kind of like a crappy winter so far. Like, haven't gotten a lot of snow, and we're like so nervous. Like, shit, like we're about to spend a month out here, and there's not even like good snow. But good snow for like out there is what there was like 12 feet when we got there,
Yeah.
and we're like,
Which
we
is
don't-
nothing compared to here.
No, which is
We might see.
I mean,
12
which
feet.
is a lot more.
which is
compared
in
to-
like in
to
4
here.
years we'll see 12 feet
Yeah.
of snow in the East Coast, and we're like, well,
We-
either way we're gonna have a good time, just because it's like we'll just go on an adventure or like go bar hopping. That's a story in itself.
Which
But
is the money we throw down up front to be able to do these things before you even have something tangible. You're putting up thousands of dollars months ahead of time to be able to do this.
I mean, like, think about it. What, we just rented the house 3 weeks ago
Yeah.
for this upcoming January, and all we've seen is pictures.
Yeah, well, we just threw down, what was it? How much money was
Spent
it?
$2,100 on a house for a month
A piece.
Up
Split,
each.
split
Yeah.
between 6 of us.
each, and
Do the math. Not good.
not good.
It's just a lot of money.
It is a lot of money for a house we've never even seen before.
100%.
We could just get there and the thing could be like 3 tents. And they'd be like, "Oh, April Fools, gotcha."
Get back home.
Get back home. Go
Don't
drive.
worry, I've seen it on Google Earth. It's not 3/10.
No, it's actually super super nice. Just lacks a hot tub, but
I will buy an inflatable one.
That's what I was
Actually-
thinking.
so he's coming out.
How long?
So I'm going to Steamboat. Can't say this. I'll be out in Steamboat for something, and then I'll be there for 3 weeks later.
Wait, does someone not know?
Yeah.
Someone's not supposed to know. I'll be out in Steamboat for a ski trip,
Yep.
and then for the first week, you guys will be out there, and then I plan on coming out the remainder of the weeks.
All right. Yeah.
So
He's never rode a snowmobile.
never
before.
ridden a snowmobile
But he's
in
also
my
one of
life.
those kids that's like, "Oh, you will give me a motorized unicycle, I'll backflip it."
Sounds like you. Yeah.
No, it's not like that.
Yeah, asshole over there.
Yeah, he's very very talented on anything with an engine, so he'll
But
figure it out very very
It,
quickly.
it seems as though we're gonna have a snow bike again. Whether it is,
We want to or not.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
whether he sells his and the kit ends up going on his bike, or he sells his and the kit goes back on that bike. It seems like we're gonna have a snow bike, and I mean, I'd give anything with 2 wheels or similar to 2 wheels to him, and not worry about it.
Yeah,
So he'll be able to hang with that at least, so you get the hang of it. Because sleds can get frustrating. Sleds can get you down. You're like, especially riding with people that have ridden before, and we have places where we want to go. Like, think about that first day. Like, we couldn't make it anywhere, and we had high aspirations to get places. And
Guy jumps off trail like, let me show you what we're made of. This 165 turbo. I was about to shoot up the chute.
No,
What?
that
8 feet
yeah. First day, we were like
buried.
2 miles from the parking lot tops. We're on the trail. Like, hey, that seems like a pretty good line. Let's all hit that. I go to turn around on the trail. I got buried. I was 12 o'clock. My tunnel was on the ground.
Just buried.
Like, stuck. I was so embarrassed. Hey, like, first time meeting these guys.
But I don't know what's worse. So then there's like, in everybody's mind, because this is where everyone went. You were like, I'm embarrassed. Yappa's like, these idiots. Like, I'm gonna show them. Yappa, what, he made it 2 feet to the left of you,
Oh my
and then he was buried, and then
I made it 5 feet up. I had the high line for a little bit.
snow
Everybody
bike.
got buried. It was
Snow
a chain
bike.
effect.
I'm on my snow bike. I shoot past all of you, and I was because I can't stop uphill.
Yeah.
Like, or else I'm never
Couldn't
moving.
stop downhill either.
I go to stop downhill, and I got buried. I'm buried downhill. I'm like, are you kidding me?
This is all the first day riding.
This was literally the first 15 minutes.
Let
we
me
hit
tell
the trail.
you the pitch of the hill, we want to call it, too. 45 degrees.
Your
Your driveway.
driveway is more steep.
What about you? Logan, tell me something. Is everybody done on that
Yeah.
conversation?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, tell me something about you. I just met you. I'm in your house. You know, I've heard about your name for months.
Great hospitality.
Yeah.
Great
Tell
hospitality.
me about yourself.
Loser. I'm Logan.
Hi, Logan.
This is not AA.
Hi, I'm Logan. No, I never really grew up in power sports or anything like that either. My parents had Harleys growing up, but I remember sitting on the front of the tank, my dad riding me around town, everything like that. And then they seemed to always have Harleys growing up. I remember snowmobiling. I was like very, very little, could barely even walk, and we went snowmobiling, but snowmobiles were never in my life. And I didn't start riding bikes till I was about 14. And that's really when it all started. I broke my back when I was 12. That took like a year off of everything. Couldn't play sports anymore. Didn't do anything like that. So I thought dirt bikes would be a good thing for me, which I don't know if it was.
Guy
or not.
breaks his back, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna ride dirt bikes now. It's like, you've ever seen anybody crash on a dirt bike? You just bones shatter.
Oh, just walks it off. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Luckily, I haven't had too big of crashes yet.
How did you break your back?
I was on a on a rope swing and I didn't let go over the water and came back in, dropped about like 12 feet and just like compressed everything. And then later on that summer, things were going a little bit better with my back. And then I was playing football for a couple towns over, and we were doing like this CrossFit training. Mind you, I was 12. We were doing CrossFit training, lifting up these like huge tractor tires, and I go to lift one up, and like my back just blows out right there. So I was out of school for like my entire 7th grade year, and had like tutors come here to the house and everything like that. But had surgery down in Boston, then I was walking like the next day after that, and then fast forward 10 years later, right now my back's herniated again, but I go to PT. Hopefully they said I'll be good to go again. So, but Yeah, so
Yeah, I hope so.
It's gonna be a long winter if he's not.
yeah.
Yeah, have you heard the story about the day we carried a snowmobile up a hill because the snowmobile couldn't pull it up the hill because it was stuck dead in the woods?
Oh no.
You gotta prepare for that.
The pretty unicorn.
Yeah,
Put my back
human
brace on.
chain,
It wasn't even really dead.
No, it was
No.
actually fine.
Throttle
Yeah.
position sensor.
Oh
Is that what it
no.
was?
Yeah, just
Which
got
I
iced
have
over.
a spare TPS sensor jump, universal jump, so we could have just plugged it in. Taken
Oh,
the
really good
TPS.
to know now that my back's still in the middle of the
Thanks,
fucking woods.
dude.
We didn't know it was the TPS
Yeah, dude.
sensor until we got back.
Yeah,
to
it's
the,
sick.
Things to know for this coming year.
Well, we had the three bulls in the front there. We had Colin, Austin, and
Yappa.
Yappa literally.
Yappa looked like a tomato.
I swear though, if Yappa could have picked that thing up and put it on his back, he would have tried.
Oh, yeah.
He's
But
like, 3, 2, 1. For like 20 seconds straight, he's just like screaming and
we
moaning.
we had two ratchet straps hooked to the skis and another one hooked to the bumper. Yappa in the middle, Austin and Colin on the outside. Me and Cody are pushing from the back,
Oh my.
and we're
Lord.
pushing this sled
Where
up
was
the hill.
Carlton?
No, we were all there. Everyone was taking their turns, pulling, pushing, doing all the things. We tried to tow it up the hill with the turbo turtle, and it didn't quite go as well as we wanted. There was no straight way out either, so we had to do some
It's
zigzagging.
also like straight powder, just like,
yeah.
Jesus.
yeah, it was terrible.
So we ended up getting most of the way to the top, and we hooked two sleds to it, and we got it to finally go. But
Ski-Doo was up front.
yeah, well, the Polaris did the work before the Ski-Doo decided to chime in.
So what you're telling me is I have to go to PT like twice a week now instead
Yeah.
of once a week.
Yeah, I'd ramp that up a little bit and start doing a little bit more weight training.
Get the
'Cause
cardio going too.
yeah,
Shit.
they're not light when you don't have any power to them. That's for sure.
They all look the same upside down.
We all talked about it after the fact. It's like we left one snowmobile in total over a month in the woods because we felt it was a safer option, and we carried another one out about 300 feet to the top of a mountain, then towed it out, and it never is possible without the people you go with. So knowing that like that already happened with like the people that we go with is definitely good. It's a good feeling
good.
knowing going into another month.
Well, they say like Brant says like you're only as good as your worst rider,
It's true.
and it's I mean that's with everything.
Sorry to
like,
hold you back, guys.
It's like with everything.
gonna
though,
be me.
like in like a work situation, like building a house, building whatever, doing whatever you're doing, you're only as good as your worst,
Weakest link.
weakest link.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's the word. And
You say that now, but wait, it's totally different riding out there. Like, look at that. Like,
Chris raised his hand for the people that can't see it.
there's so much more open space. There's no whippets. There's less chance of a mistake. And when they talk about these things of like find your plan B or your second option of like if this isn't working, where are you gonna go?
The whole hill is a plan B.
Yeah,
Like,
there's so many
options.
second options. Like you can have a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, and that's what makes you good is being able to know when to change to those second, third, fourth, and fifth.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're stuck, and when you're stuck, you're in 12 feet of snow stuck. So then your sled's stuck and your body's stuck
You
too.
waste energy too. Once
Yeah.
you just a couple times digging your sled out, you're done for the day. You're exhausted.
Especially at 10,000 feet.
Yeah.
Like, there's just lack of oxygen. Yeah, for you two vapors, you should quit that.
Yes, I'm clean.
About that.
No, it definitely 3 vapors. Ooh,
3 vapors, yeah.
ooh.
And quitting vape.
No good.
Oh, I see you got another one. See, that lasts about 10 minutes.
Do you listen
but
to this-
quitting vape and then going to pouches doesn't do anything to weed.
Do you listen to the Sea-Boys podcast? Anybody?
Yeah.
They ripped on.
Did you see they ripped on Evan?
Yes.
Then offered Evan $1,000 cash right there in
Immediately.
the middle of the boat on the 4th of July, and he's like,
Hey, Call,
Dude,
where's
I
your
res-
money, kid? Where's my $1,000? Oh, no.
He'll do it right now. He'll do it right now.
"I'll give you $1."
Oh, shit.
I don't need the
I
money.
respect the no though, because I feel like Evan.
His no was super respectful. He's
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm in the middle of the lake right now
It's
on the
the
4th of July. And
It's the
like,
same no I got from Yappa when I tried to get him to do it on a big weekend.
But he doesn't do it now.
He's like, yeah, Yappa quit, but he's like, I'm drinking. There's so many of them going around, and I'm heavily drinking for reason number 3.
Does Yappa not?
So
He always heavily drinks when he drinks. Guy can't go anywhere with just 2.
Don't ask him to be a DD.
Yeah.
He's the one who needs to be DD.
He's just the DDD. He's just the designated drunk guy.
Yappa showed up. Yappa showed up during bike week, and when Yappa got there, I think I started to black out then. And we had like 4
Yappa
hours.
was there the whole night.
No, don't
That
tell
sounds
me
like
that.
a blackout for you the whole time.
I don't remember much, but
Guy
Yeah,
comes
for
back
sure.
from Colorado and he goes straight to the bar with us.
Didn't even go home, just
Straight
came
to the
straight to
bar.
the bar. And we went out that night. And next thing you know, we were drinking every bar out of High Noons until we decided to drink something else.
I'm pretty sure I had like 5 or 6 Red Bull vodka, whatever. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and then just finish the night off with however many High Noons.
we started off like we worked all day and we were like, fuck it, let's go with a Red Bull vodka. Like, give ourselves a quick kick in the ass. Like, we got our long night ahead of us. Next, everybody just assumes like, oh, well, he had a Red Bull vodka last time. He probably wants another one. No, I'm good with one. Like, I don't need 5 Red Bull vodkas. I'll
Wake up in the middle of the night and your heart's out of your chest.
yeah, literally.
I just remember Alex kept feeding me drinks throughout the night. Like, I had one in my hand, halfway done. Alex just handed me another full one. This is yours. So, oh fuck, here we go.
Yeah.
It was so bad, so
It was a
bad.
good time.
Bike week was crazy this year, right?
Bike week was sick.
Bike
yeah,
week
like,
was insane this year.
a lot of people said, like, a lot of locals, they're like, yeah, I've been living here for 50 years. And, like, up until, like, early 2000s, there's been, like, a long gap of just, like, it's just an event.
It's been family oriented for the
Right.
past
15 years,
yeah.
20 years. And then this year has just been, like, I mean, like, look at the streets around here, like, just rowdy. Like, it was just rowdy.
What does the town have to say about that? Is the town behind it? Do they like it? Do they not like it?
The town loves it because for all of the town employees and the police officers and everything in the area, 1 week pays for all of their salaries. You know what I'm saying? Like, the amount of money that it brings into the hotels, the businesses,
Small
the restaurants,
businesses.
the small businesses, the big businesses, everything. Every hotel sold out. Every campground sold out. There are people that own land, like, across from the Broken Spoke. There's just land. There's nothing there year round.
They put
except
like
for
10
bike week.
campsites on it. Campsites in quotation marks, meaning like
It's
we
just
got
a
room
plot
for
of
10
land.
campers.
It's like what they do at grass tracks. They just put stakes in the ground and they're like, well, this is your area and this is your area, and they rent them out.
Yeah.
And they probably own.
Genius.
It is genius because the guy who sold the spoke owns what, the other half of the land. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
just for Bike Week, because he sells what, call it a $500 site and he puts 100 campers on it.
yeah.
I'm
a lot
not
of
good at
cash.
math, but that's pretty good money at
That's a big bag right there.
in 1 week. In 1 week, you know what I mean? Like, it's like it just brings in so much money to so many people that it's. People say it's a dying event. It's not going anywhere. If anything, it's coming back around.
I was gonna say this year proved otherwise.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's definitely coming back, and
It's got to sustain, though. It definitely is dying. The generation of people that are into it
I mean, this
are getting older. So you got to bring in the new generation, which means you got to bring in new events, which they started to in the last few years. But it's just, it's new things still need to come
The
for sure.
The style has changed from like people just cruising on their bikes, going to Bike Week for Bike Week, to our generation now. Everyone's doing burnouts, wheelies,
who
whatever.
can do the longest wheelie? Who can do the
Yeah.
stylish wheelie? Who can do the longest burnout?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many donuts can I do before I tip over from
Yeah.
not like drinking or not from anything, just being so dizzy of like whipping
Shitties,
Larry's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
all day long? Yeah, and
The style of riding or Bike Week has changed to fit our generation because I feel like stunt riding has become so popular in these last 2 years. It's been insane. So, like groups, like town groups, like Meredith Town Criers or whatever, like that, people posting like, what are all these black marks, blah, 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 this and that. Just
such a disgrace to our town.
Yeah.
It's like, no way, dude. Like,
think of all the money that's coming in because of this.
couple
Those are the
million.
people that actually don't have any money in the town too, so they're the ones crying about it because they're lucky to live here. The town and area is becoming so rich and wealthy that the people that actually love it are the ones that are the rich and wealthy and love the publicity that it's getting.
Well, if you're rich and wealthy and now, like today's age, you probably own a business. You know, you're probably not working for someone. So, like, they see the influx of people and they just see the growth of everything. Like,
They know exactly what's going on.
right.
in that.
Doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. Like, you respect other business owners for what they have and the things coming. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so mark your calendars now. The second Saturday of Bike Week, we go out every year, and we go out heavy.
Mhm.
So,
And this next year is the 100th anniversary.
We,
so we're
so-
gonna go out double heavy.
we also go out Bike Timberfest too.
Like Timberfest, yeah. Mark your
So-
calendars. September 24th, I think it is. 23rd, 24th.
That Saturday, we work all day, and then we go out. And we get after it.
Bring a wallet. That's your Logan. Logan's gonna buy the first 2 rounds.
First 10.
So Colin, Dylan, and Teddy, I think they all paid $300 a piece, right, that night?
Yeah,
Saturday
one night.
I come home, blacked out, whatever. I wake up in the morning. Go to look at my phone, my wallet, see how much money I spent. My bank account didn't change. Credit cards didn't change. My wallet stayed the same. I didn't spend a dime that night. I think we averaged it. We each probably had 16 high noons, and then also a Tito Red Bull. However many we had of those too.
I know I started with like 4 Tito's Red Bulls, and by midnight, allegedly it was midnight. I thought we got picked up at like 10. It was like so fast.
Got after
It was a good time. It was pouring rain. What else were we supposed to do?
Shout out to McKenna.
Yeah. Shout out McKenna for a ride home.
I
Just piling in the van.
I got a phone call. So first I got a phone call, and I just ordered 4 high noons for 2 of us that we were leaving. I needed to be to the car in under 5 minutes. So I slammed 2 high noons. My buddy slams 2 high noons, and we ran to the car, which was like, I don't know, quarter mile away. We go to the car. We get in the car, get in the trunk, because there wasn't going to be enough seats for everyone.
This is a Denali. This is like a full size
Yukon Denali.
A Yukon Denali. 3 rows of seats can hold what? 2, 5, 7 people.
So I get in the trunk, right? I'm
8
slamming
people.
the trunk. My shoulders are
8.
sideways. I got a phone. We didn't make it 100 feet from where we all got in. I got a phone call from Logan. Hey, where are you? I'm in the trunk of the car. Where are you? Oh shit! I stayed at Aqua because I didn't think you were here yet.
I was sitting.
Terrible.
So McKenna, my
This was
girlfriend.
Yappa's job in Colorado, and he did not.
Don't never ask Yop to be a DD.
McKenna, my girlfriend, was being DD that night. We had so many people; she had to do 2 trips, and so I stayed back because we still had to get other people back to where we were meeting for the ride. And my buddy Alex and my buddy Chase. I'm sitting in my truck trying not to puke with my head on the steering wheel. I remember when Colin left, he said, "Give me your keys." So
I had his keys in my pocket.
I handed Colin my keys, and I sat in my truck, and I'm like dying. I'm hot. My head's on the steering wheel. I'm about to. I feel like I'm just like I'm gonna die right here. I needed AC. I'm like, fuck it. We'll see what happens. So I put my foot on the brake, press the button to start my truck. My truck starts. I'm like,
I'm here. I'm at his house. Aqua's 10 miles away. I have his keys in my pocket. His truck starts.
I'm like, oh fuck. So the first thought that goes through my head is like, I didn't even think about how the fucking truck started. I thought about, okay, this probably looks really bad. I'm cocked off my ass. My truck is running. I'm in the driver's seat right now.
You don't got the keys.
Hands on the steering wheel.
No keys in sight.
So
You got the keys? I got the keys.
So while the truck is running, I hear screaming going on and laughing in the like far away, and all of a sudden I hear my door open up, and Alex and Chase found a sex doll on the side of the road.
Classic.
Used.
Sitting in a lawn chair, they found a sex doll, and they stole it and ran with it back to the truck and threw it in the truck and hopped in the truck, and they're just dying laughing. I'm like, I don't even want to know what's going on right now. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I'm not anywhere to comprehend this right now. Then 5 seconds later, I hear on my window, and I'm like, oh,
You know
fuck.
that knock. You know it. That's a specific knock.
It wasn't the police. It wasn't. But I'm like, I said, Alex, and I'm like, you guys have to deal with this. I'm too far gone. And the guy opens up the door. He's like, can I have my sex doll back?
Dude, it's like past midnight. It's like super late.
I have a date with that thing going on.
You kind of ruined the mood, buddy. Can I have that back?
So anyways, then my truck's still running at the time. I'm like, finally come to. I'm like, how the fuck did my truck start? And I opened the glove box, my spare keys in the glove box. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Good spot for a set of spare keys, huh?
So
with a push button.
Yeah,
if anyone wants to steal my
seriously.
truck, keys are always in it. But yeah. And then McKenna comes back for round 2 to pick us up. I hop in the car. Chase and Alex hop in the car. I don't remember anything really from that point on. And then I remember asking where Dylan was when I was in the car, and Dylan's like, I'm back here.
I stayed in the car. I didn't want to get out.
Oh, shit.
The ride was so good the first time. You had to go for it again.
Yes.
All right, what's your biggest plan for this winter? What do you think? Both of you. What's your like goal, aspiration?
I just want to get down on the bow tie. I want to just be able to bow tie all day. Just been something I've been chasing, and it's always hurt me, and now it's just a personal thing. I just have to get it out of the way. I think it's a mental barrier I just have to break. I got sucked up by a track last year. It wasn't wasn't pleasant.
That was the fastest I've ever moved in the snow in my entire life.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
just a reminder, wear that tether. That thing will save your life. And shout out to 2B. I got sucked up by the track, and I didn't even get nothing.
You hear that?
Nothing got ripped up and made it out unscathed. No scratches, no scrapes. It really protected me. But that's something I want to just get off my back.
Bow ties.
Bow ties.
Bow ties.
I'm gonna backflip a snow bike this year,
That's his goal. He wants to backflip a snow bike this year.
or underflip a snow bike, 270, whatever you call it.
Dude, I've been riding a snow bike for 3 years.
I just don't know where you can get the speed for it.
I'll find
The
it.
booter we built.
You gotta like dig it out.
Man. Yeah, you gotta have that pop.
I think if I had, well, that hill's way too big. I would have not been able to climb up to the top of that thing and loop it. Like,
You don't think the snow bike would have made it up there?
no, I think it would have made it up to it. I don't think I could like bob, 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 like shoot straight at it and then
Yeah.
hit the lip.
With
Because you know, like
enough
left,
speed and pop.
you know the left of the jump that we made. I don't think I could have like hit it at like, you got to be going like 30.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been able to hit it and then like, no matter what happened, you know, and
Just
just
get that
flip my way
rotation.
around. I don't think I would have been able to have enough speed to do it. 'Cause
So the trick to flipping a motorized vehicle, like a
Staying
snowmobile,
on the
dirt
gas.
bike, is wheelie off the lip. It's like you're not like wheeling, but you get on the gas. The gas is what controls your rotation.
no, I understand that, but I'm saying I don't think I would have enough power to get to where I wanted to go, like where the lip was.
I see.
Because of how,
You're already lugged out. You're cranking on that thing.
dude, like 10,000 feet up in the air, you're just like,
It's
bike's
it's
not
crying.
getting a lot of
It's crying
air.
right now.
Yeah, just sucking it in.
What about you, Chris? What's that monkey on your back you're trying to get off?
I just want to have a good time. It'll be my first time out there, so
No such thing.
well, with you guys, it seems like it's kind of scary sometimes. Haven't really thought about a goal. I'm still trying to get the basics down. Not really the basics. I'd say I had that the first year. No.
Yeah, the terrain out there is
It's totally different.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
The features, the snow, everything is.
Which I think I'm gonna enjoy that because I like the throttle a lot.
Yeah.
Ram-bam-bam.
We also, I think, I mean, I'm a tree rider. I come from riding trees. It's just our terrain in this part of the country, tight trees, and you always find me in the trees. I don't know.
The key to a snowmobile is the brake control.
Yeah, I
Not
didn't
your
have
throttle
that
control,
last
the
year.
brake control.
Brakes is huge.
Like Brop brake. I don't know who told me Brop brake, but
You can
it
set
is-
up on anything.
if you watch me ride, like, cause I don't ride snowmobiles a lot.
Yeah.
Like when I do, I'm so like bop brake, bop, like just smashing the brake the whole day. I'll probably go through the pad. Like I'll probably go through pads this year, just because it's just like I'm not nervous to like hit something. I'm just like don't want to be the guy to like ruin the day for someone else. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So like, or like ruin my own day. So like I'm like super on the brake unless I know like I'm gonna need something here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Brakes-
I've actually this conversation's reminded me I've got some repairs to make.
What do you got? What do you got?
I smashed a stump last year and
You got a lower air arm?
I pushed the brake rotor through the brake rotor protector.
Oh yeah, Skidoo, if
stump.
you're listening to this, you should really change your brake
Yeah,
rotor location.
yeah.
Because
I've-
are you the one that put the metal,
well,
diamond plated?
Brendan did that on his. We did it
Okay.
the same day. We both did the same exact thing. And he fixed his with a piece of diamond plate, bent it up real nice, stronger than factory. Doesn't rub the rotor anymore, which I can't even say that because the rotor's warped now. So it rubs just about everything. But
Why do they still have belt and brake rotor covers? I don't understand that on Skidoo.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's just an extra piece.
Yeah.
Now, Brant would say that's extra weight right there.
Sorry,
just
my
take it
sled
off
doesn't
anyway.
weigh 172 pounds, fully dressed. No, I think it pushes you. That terrain definitely pushes you, and you get into some spots where you have to adapt, or you're gonna get fucked up. You are.
You think it's the terrain? You think it's, I guess, terrain. I was thinking trees when you said terrain, But I was gonna say like the amount of snow teaches you.
Oh yeah.
Like I can't stop here.
Well,
Like
think
it's
about-
not like the East Coast where you're like, oh, there's 3 feet of snow. I'll just fucking pin and wiggle until I hit dirt and then I'll move. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
Austin was telling me that it's a totally different snow condition. In
oh,
Yeah,
well,
well,
the snow's
out
super
here-
dry. Super
right.
dry.
Out here, you have the humidity.
Dude, we really need another mic, huh?
yeah, we do.
Why?
Next time I go to Best Buy, I'll get one.
Just
move over
here.
No, we need.
I got the warranty.
5
You
more
have the
mics.
receipt.
That'd
You
be
have
a
the
fucking
receipt. I
shit
got a
house.
2-year warranty.
You did pay for the warranty?
2-year warranty.
That's what they offer. I'm like, dude, this thing's gonna get fucked
Yeah,
up.
you got
when
like a
it's working
protection
at
plan
night.
and everything. The guy's like, it's not really a protection
Who called me a
plan, they
bitch?
just bring it back with the box and the receipts and everything, and they just give you a new one. I guess it's protection.
Did I get the warranties?
No.
I did not get the warranty.
I think we said no because we weren't sure if these were
Yeah,
gonna
'cause we
work.
didn't know if we were gonna return in 15 days. Or
They're like fucking real, dude. These are nice. So our biggest concern with like these is we had no clue that the USB mics would work with this or not.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a, well, we'll try it.
So what we thought
You can-
was that they were all gonna get plugged into one port. So we thought it was gonna be like one sound.
audio coming
Where
through.
instead, like, if someone's being annoying, you can like mute them for this, like, not annoying, but like if you can hear them breathing, if you can do this, if you can
Yeah.
go super background noise or like anything, you know, you can mute them.
So essentially,
So
we
essentially, we should save these. Logan. We should
Yeah.
just not throw these away.
Okay.
and essentially we can have 12 mics unless we buy a
Do you have
bigger.
12 mics on there?
Well, we'd have to.
We had hackers last time. More here.
So we bought a USB-C to USB adapter, and it has
Just like
it has 4 ports on it.
Yeah,
So if we bought
fine.
2 more of those, because we have 2 more USB-C ports on the computer, we could have 12 mics. I'm sure we could go on Amazon or something and buy a bigger USB port holder,
Yeah.
so we could have more than 12 mics. But
If we have 12 people on this fucking thing, it's gonna be a shit show.
Oh my god.
yeah, talk
We're
about trying to
running
edit
one ad
that.
Grass Tracks, though.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
It's got to be either early in the morning
And do the
or.
giveaway while you're doing it too.
No, it has to be. It has to
I'm
be.
gonna be able to do a giveaway, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna
Do
figure
like,
it
you
out.
could do like the live giveaway.
No, we need something to give away. That's the problem.
Oh,
We
yeah.
need to talk to Scram.
We could do Logan's 110.
I'm not. I mean, I'm so down.
Do you know anybody who can get a 110 for a decent price right now?
Yeah. No, not anywhere. I know people that give me a decent price.
If I get on a list for bailouts and a snow check, I'll do my sled.
Your sled?
You get a wrap for your
That's the
sled.
kicker, though.
So-
I want to do like a brand new one.
Brand new.
So
No.
what we're hoping for is to have a dealership.
Are we
Like,
recording right now?
yep. Shit.
We've been recording since your
Well,
haha
goddamn.
moment
What
over
we're,
there.
what we're hoping for is to have a dealership like come in and help sell us a sled at cost or whatever.
Yeah.
At
not
Scranton
not even sell it to
Powersports.
us. Give us a sled, let us put a wrap on it. It would be like a Scranton Polaris or a Scranton Octane giveaway, right? And then once we get the money to pay off the sled, that money goes to Scranton, and then
So we had this conversation when we were doing the pit bike giveaway last year that, hey, you guys should do a sled. We didn't talk any more logistics of it past that point. We just talked about it. A sled right now, you gotta think, is a $12,000 to $20,000
yeah.
investment.
Yeah.
Without any accessories on, that's just
Yeah.
plain Jane as it comes.
Yeah, so that's and like people do those all the time, like snowmobile clubs do that. So you have to make yours different, so you can people want to buy
Get the
that one.
attention to it.
And that's the tough part is like we all work hard to be able to go do the things we want to do. So we want to put that money into our own sleds, not one we're gonna give away. So that's the tough part is trying to figure out what do we do there in the sense of dropping another $15K to figure out how to give away a sled or raffle off a sled.
Like the ideal thing would like be like what Logan was saying was for like Scranton because we love them, like they hook us up, we love them, support them, promote them, do whatever we can for them. It'd be sick for them to almost like front a snowmobile, you know, and we can. So like they give us the snowmobile. Obviously, we're gonna pay for it. The location that gave away a sled at Grass Drives last year did 200 tickets at $100 a ticket. Made 20 grand in 2 days. the winner had, so you come do grass drags, you buy a ticket, and then the tickets go in a bucket, and you pull a number, whatever it is, and so you, like you said, you buy a sled for 15 grand, you make 20, you give 15 grand to Scranton for the sled, and then you pocket the rest. And by pocket, I mean like,
Put it into the accessories on the sled. Put it into.
But the
no,
other
no,
thing
like
is,
you would put it towards like our trip out west. Put it towards merchandise. You put it towards
Or
a
even the
laptop.
next-
you put it towards the next video,
the
next
next
giveaway,
raffle.
the next everything. You know.
But
what I'm
the
saying?
other
Throw it
problem-
back into the company, right?
Right. Exactly.
the other problem we have is inventory these days. Inventory.
Right. The
is
last thing a
not-
lot of places want to do is be like, hey, here's one for you guys to just give away. They want to.
They don't have enough
Right.
for them to sell.
Right. Exactly.
Which, in their position on a new snowmobile, I worked at a dealership for 4 years selling cars. Power Sports is very different. They don't make a lot of money on
New.
snowmobiles, new snowmobiles, any used stuff. Like, they don't make a lot of money on that stuff. They make Power Sports Store make their money off of servicing the toys, essentially. But they always see it like, perceive it as, they don't want to give away a sled at cost because they can make $200-300 off of that. But that $200-300 is literally nothing compared to what they make through service. But yeah.
Yeah.
So we got some work to do. Hopefully we can figure something out. The pit bike giveaway was fun last year. I know a lot of people sat for a long time at that table at Grass Drags, but sounds like we got some good stories from there too, even though we were just sitting around.
It was a fun time. We just rotated and switched with each other and walked around, did whatever, and drank beers sitting at the table, selling tickets. Had a blast.
The people make that place 100%.
Oh yeah. Always a good time.
And the party, the nightlife.
I don't party anymore.
Back to the giveaway thing. Our giveaways are not fake.
No. Oh. Speaking of that bullshit, you ever enter in a fucking giveaway?
Yeah.
I know you did,
100%.
because where were we when you opened a box and there was a bunch of small T-shirts in it?
Yeah, fucking wicked small. They don't it was like a mystery box.
Who was
Yeah.
that?
That was LGND.
Legend?
Yeah.
Legend?
Yep.
Fuck Legend Supply.
I agree. So literally, this is bullshit. So like, we did one giveaway. Actually, we've done 3 giveaways. 2 pairs of goggles in the 110. We had, granted, we're super small. Like, we just hit 2,000 followers on Instagram.
Congratulations. That's actually huge.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Big milestone.
every follower is like super cool. Like, whatever,
People don't understand how much that puts a smile on his face.
And that's like organic too.
No, we've promoted one post, and it was the giveaway post,
Yeah.
which is like promoting it for you. You're not promoting it for me. Like, we maybe made $300
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that, and the amount of time and
Energy.
we maybe made 300 on the bike and the wrap. Never mind the 2 tires we put on it, all new brakes, the seat, the bars, the grips, the foot pegs, the case, the brand new chain, the literal so much stuff that went into like making it the like turnkey and go ride like broed out pit bike.
Yeah, you can't give away a jank ass bike.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, even Buttery buys stuff brand new, puts his wrap on it, puts an FMF or Yoshi, because he's sponsored by Yoshi, on it, and he's like, okay, now I'll give it away. Like, why is he going to give away a bike that doesn't bark? But what was I saying before?
Back to your Legend Supply.
Oh, just giveaways in general. So, East Coastin', love those guys. Those guys hosted a fucking sick event last year that we were all at. They gave away a $20,000 bike.
And I didn't win.
They were doing one-time entries for the first month. Then they went to 2 times. Then they went to 3 times. Then they went to 5 times. Then they went to 10 times entries. And did you ever buy that mystery box?
Yeah, dude, it shipped yesterday.
Okay.
Wait, how long ago was this giveaway?
It literally just pulled the winner yesterday. This
Oh, okay.
This giveaway started 6 months ago. And they pulled the winner, and the kid's from New Haven, and his Instagram is East Coastin 208. 208, 308, whatever it is.
302.
302,
Not
302.
203, 302.
302.
East Coast.
I'm not saying it's rigged because it just so happened to that like where I was going with we're super small, and when we transferred from there is a kid from Moultonboro won our giveaway. So
a kid that lives a mile down the road won the giveaway.
literally a mile from here, which is just it just happens. Like
What are the chances?
literally, what are the chances, right?
Yeah.
So that's because it was organic. It was 100% organic, and like we didn't rig it at all. Like we have actually video footage of us writing down all the names in a number order and all that. Like so, if you bought 4 tickets, it would say Chris, 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 Chris. You know, like 4 in a row.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So there was 4 separate.
Exactly. It
things.
wasn't like Chris 4 times. Then you pull a number. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's cheating. You know. So for the kid for the East Coast and giveaway, Reckless, who has 200,000 followers on Instagram, the page to have 50,000 followers on Instagram, and you're telling me a kid from New Haven won the fucking giveaway of that bike. I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm not even saying this because I wanted the giveaway. 100%, I want the giveaway. I would love the giveaway. But like,
What are the chances?
are you kidding me? Also, the Legend Supply trucks that give away, though you're giving away a $100,000 truck
50 grand cash.
through 50 grand cash, $150,000 through merchandise. So what?
Yeah.
You need to spend 50 grand in merchandise to be able to have enough merchandise to give this merchandise away. Well, to sell it for the every $5 spend gets you 1 entry. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you need 50 grand in merchandise, a $100,000 truck, and 50 grand cash. You need 100 grand capital to get, or 200 grand capital to give away this much stuff. And who are the winners? 2 trucks ago, the winner had 0 posts on Instagram, like 150 followers on Instagram.
And they're all private. Every single one of them's private.
Yeah, until they win the truck.
Yeah.
And then what though?
Well, I've never I've always thought it was fishy. Chris got me onto it, like the Cletus McFarlane. I wanted the jet boat. I love the jet boats.
Yep.
But I'm like, do people actually win this stuff? Like, yeah, come on now.
Yeah.
You know,
And I'm a firm believer that like Cletus, I think Cletuses are real.
Cletus
I-
Cletus is probably one of the most legit YouTubers out there.
I think Seaboy's real.
Yes.
Cletus real. Buttery. How does Buttery fake this shit? He's making
Yeah.
videos of his giveaways. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like he's literally showing up at people's houses and talking to their parents and like, hey dude, here's this dirt bike. Now go ride it. And he's
Yeah.
getting it on video.
Yeah.
Like,
Connor
he's a
Erickson
real-
is my hero.
dude. He's a
Started
legend.
from nothing and built an empire. You know?
He's a legend.
What a character. What a character. If you meet him in person, what a character, dude. Oh
Have you met him?
Yeah.
Have you? Was
Yeah.
it a trip?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I went to Florida. I go to Florida every year for Bike Week.
Yeah.
They race Supercross down there. And there's a club called Razzles that everyone goes to after Supercross. And when I was in Razzles, everyone got word that Buttery was coming. And the cult following he has is unbelievable. We talked about this in the first podcast. Everyone in that club was just waiting for Buttery to walk in the door. As soon as he walked in the door, everyone went wild. Like fucking wild. There was girls in there. This huge chick. It's probably on TikTok somewhere. I saw it earlier in the night.
Huge as in size or huge as in following?
Size.
That's a big
Thanks,
girl.
mate.
Anyways, there was a full high noon sitting on a countertop of one of the bars in Razzles, and her boobs like
Breast,
came down
breast.
her breast
Chicken tenders.
came down to her waist, dude. She grabbed one of those things, flopped it up, and dropped it on the high noon and crushed it. Full high noon because Buttery
This is
showed
a
up.
full high noon.
Full high noon.
Jesus.
She crushed it when Buttery showed up.
Jesus.
But
What? Just like walks in the door. Whoa, bam,
Yeah.
titty.
yeah. Anyways, where were we?
I would love for someone to do that when I walk in the door.
Oh my god! What a wild time. Yeah, but no, Legend Supply. I was watching a YouTube video the other day. I work for a paving company now, so like I watch these paving YouTube things. There's a guy from Connecticut. They paved the Legend Supply house.
Yeah.
They showed this.
Saw that.
They showed this kid's house. Oh my god!
Huge. Did you see the
Huge.
burnout party they did?
Yeah, burnout party, huge house, outdoor kitchen, outdoor living pool. Like
You could like live in just the outside
Yeah.
space.
It's because they're scamming you. They're taking your money and they're keeping the trucks.
Prove it's
That-
real.
I can't. I obviously can't prove that. I have no idea.
I will say the last giveaway, close family friend of mine, her husband,
Husband,
fiance,
sister,
boyfriend,
cousin.
one of those 3.
Yeah.
won the dirt bike from the last giveaway.
Oh, he was from Hudson, New Hampshire, right?
Paul Savard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a good family friend of mine's husband, boyfriend,
Sister, cousin.
fiance.
So you know it's real, that part. Are the trucks real?
Congratulations, you won a $10,000 dirt bike. Where's the other $200,000?
How many giveaways have you entered in?
Right, exactly. Yeah, they go through who spent the most amount of money and who's entered in every single giveaway we've ever had.
I think if you were to go on the website on any giveaway, I think if you were to go on there and spend like $5 for an air freshener, or $5 for a sticker, you have just as good of a chance as winning as somebody that went on there and spent $100 or $200 on like a shirt, hat, any of that.
That's what I did for the last LGND. I bought a $5 keychain in hopes of winning a $150,000 truck. That was to be a flip of the century right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, not even a flip of the century.
Yeah,
Just like
that's-
sell the attachments and keep the truck, dude. It's dialed. That Cummins,
Sell
though,
the attachments, buy a sled deck, and you're good to go for the winter.
or go.
Now you can go buy your GTR you want.
Oh yeah, that's a new.
Is that what you
thing.
want? You want a GTR?
So I was
Dude,
thinking of like.
Relax,
Going
CJ.
between
No,
a
no, no.
GTR and a G-Wagon.
Well, I was looking at the G.
Dude!
No,
All right, yeah.
I did.
Get a GTR!
No, the G wagons are like that's just like an old person fantasy. I looked at the prices, like God no, and then like I don't know. I was looking at the G. I like spending my money full. I work very hard. I like to spend my money even harder. You know, it's just I don't
Even
know.
quicker.
And then
you
we're on
mean.
the way here, and AMG. What was that? 63
Oh, it's an
wagon?
AMG wagon. I love
AMG
wagon. I'm a
wagon.
whore
He
for
just
wagons.
goes, "Oh, I'm a sucker for a nice wagon." He goes, I'd probably take that. I'd probably take that over a G-Wagon.
Have you ever driven a G-Wagon?
No, I've never even sat.
Slower than death on
No,
crutches.
I
no,
did
no.
560 like horsepower. I heard
Yeah,
they're
they're
rockets.
twin turbo. They sing.
Dude,
Yeah.
I drove my neighbors, like the OG, like
They're
when they
heavy.
just started
Oh,
to
yeah.
hit the market. Talk about like putting cinder blocks at your feet as far as like the thing's just planted. Like you're just planted on the road, twin turboed, and the thing just rumbles. Like, you know when you're getting like, honestly I want to say like the Dodges. You know how Dodges exhausts are like always
Very, like-
deeper than
They feel like they rumble the cab.
yeah, exactly. And so that's what it felt like. The thing was 100% stock. Bi-turbo, I'm not sure what the difference between bi-turbo and twin turbo is.
That's just what they call it in Germany.
Fair enough. I think that's what it is. And I'm driving down, I literally drove it 3 miles. I drove it to the end of my road, and every time I would like hit a straightaway, I'd like just like give it some gas and then
It would just lift up on
and I'm
you.
like, oh my god, this thing's so nice.
That's just like a dream. I feel like that's probably like a white boy dream, you know? Just typical basic.
Oh yeah, I mean it was all white.
Oh, yeah, that's
all
it.
white
That's it.
G-Wagon, black wheels, and red,
No.
like hot red interior. Not
No.
like your maroon, but like red,
Yeah.
like deep red. It was
So
nice.
is this like a, would you say a hot guy vehicle?
No, like a.
Oh, like this MILF cars? Is there
Is-
DILF cars?
No. Is it more of a like girl car or is it more of a guy car?
I feel like that's
personally,
just
I
a
think
money
it's
car. You
Are
got
you
like a
s-
little bit of money,
I-
you're driving a G-Wagon. You got one.
I think it's a status car. I don't think it doesn't matter your gender.
Yeah, I don't
think it's a
know. I feel
status
like I see a lot of dumb blondes driving G-Wagons. Especially like Seaport, Boston, all there. Like,
yeah.
I think
It
that
is
I think
awesome.
that brings it to the area too.
That's
I
like
think,
the
I think
sugar
you
daddy
added
right
factors-
there, yeah.
I think you added factors into it because I think I see a lot of G wagons around here. Actually, I think there's a lot of them on the lake. Everywhere I go, I feel like I see one.
It's the
Yeah.
nanny
And
car.
so-
I
you're
see
in,
a
like-
lot of guys.
It's
you're in like
definitely
a
the nanny
different.
car.
So Boston's,
Demographic.
Boston's like totally
Yeah.
different money area. Up
Yeah.
here is like,
There's money in both of them. It's just different people in different areas. I agree. I think you'd see more women in them in Boston, but I also think you see more guys in a family-oriented area.
yeah.
The key to them up
Good
here
way.
is they
Good way to
they
put it.
can tow your jet ski. And they can
They can do
They
everything.
can tow your boat, like your small boat. So like for people up here, it's like, oh, I'm just a summertime goer. Like, I'll just buy a G-Wagon. I'll buy a $200,000 G-Wagon and leave it at my
Fucking
But
camp,
will it-
or $3 million camp in the lake to tow my $150,000 boat around. Like,
But will it keep it out of a snowbank in Colorado? Or will it,
cares?
I don't
will
think
it
he's
at
taking
least
his
warn
Mustang to
you?
Colorado.
Dude, if I'm in a G-Wagon in a snowbank, I'm happy. I still want a G-Wagon. dude.
It's probably
He's afraid
warm.
of the snowbanks when we're not even in them.
These
What is he
G-Wagon-
gonna do when he is in one?
These G-Wagons go anywhere, though.
They do.
I've seen videos, like, These G-Wagons originated from whatever government used
Like a
them
military
for their
vehicle.
military. And
Whistling Diesel just took one in the dunes in
Of course he did.
wherever the hell that was.
I,
Diesel takes fucking anything.
I
Yeah.
saw a video of a G-Wagon like drifting through like a foot deep of snow, doing like 70 miles an hour. Like this was like last year, I thought, and it flipped over, drifting through a foot deep of snow, doing 70. Of course, right? But
Yeah.
Shocker.
These things are crazy. Like they'll go anywhere.
Dude, I just sat down in Dylan's seat, and this
Is it rock warm?
A little
Is it
warm.
warm? Is it
no, this
moist?
seat is like way better than the seat I've been sitting in the last hour. and
You've been
6
standing.
minutes.
Pretty stiff.
This,
Yeah, come over here.
It's
Watch the
warm.
wire. Watch the wire.
I have the wire.
No, it's on.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Your
Mother's
wire.
wire.
The other
Why
one.
We we were fine.
Yeah.
Wow, we've
Well,
gone
we started
through
bragging about couches and
we've
shit,
gone
so-
through some high noons, huh?
Oh, is that Dylan?
that's
Same
Dylan.
suit, right?
Same suit.
Nah, he still has a throttle on his sled.
Not even here right now to defend himself.
That's when you're supposed to hit him, right?
It's
when
the only
they're not
time we
here.
mention his name the whole time is when he's not here.
Oh, look at that lip,
What's your
dude.
password? I want
Zero-
to show them my monosuit. that I
0248.
I like the little plug you threw in there, Tubi.
To be, just yeah, I don't talk unless I'm getting.
We're
paid.
cuddling now, Dylan.
Spicy.
Why is it spicy? What are we at? What are we at for time right now?
We are at hour 8 almost.
I mean, what do you guys like? I know we want to save content, but like, we're kind of flowing. Do you want to keep going? Do you guys want to go get some food?
I'm like down. I'm down for whatever. Like it's been an hour. It's pretty good. I mean, we'll probably chop it up and we'll come down to like 50 minutes. But
I'm down for some dinner right
Anybody have
now.
anything like, hey, that's on my mind. I might forget it next week, or
yeah, I do.
Oh man.
If you're not following the Octane Riders Instagram, you should go follow. Check out the YouTube. Every now and again, we post a video there.
Colin drops really good merch. It's really good shirts. Not trying to brag or anything, but that shit's like comfortable. It's not like those little basic shirts you get and you wash them once and they're unwearable. This thing is great. You should go shop some Octane gear.
Shop octaneriders.com. Also, if you're
Like the gram.
yep, what he said. I lost my train of thought, and I think I need to eat some dinner.
I don't know. The last 2 snow videos we posted didn't do too well.
I get it.
What are you guys not ready for snow?
I get it.
I
It's the
know.
middle of the summer,
Yeah.
but like,
We're ready.
are you
ready
not
for
sick of
snow.
90-degree heat?
I've been sick of it since it started.
Oh, me too.
We've got a whole nother week of it. You ready for it?
Dude, next week's gonna be hotter than last week.
Fuck.
We're going on 3 weeks of like 85 and above.
When do I get a cloudy day? I want an overcast day. Like this
like-
is bullshit.
haven't got any
We were-
rain. We haven't got any rain this year. This winter we better get free.
I hope we get no, but we know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get fucking dumped on in the fall. It's gonna rain every single day in the fall, and there's gonna be no snow all winter long.
Base layer.
I'll be pissed.
I will be so upset. No good. No good.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, and check us out on Instagram. And
That's a wrap.
thank you very much.